इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर बेल आइकन जरूर प्रेस करें।
Welcome friends. In this video, I will be covering a quick overview of this course. In this course, we will learn ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is a type of hacking which we will study in upcoming lessons. We will be learning about different type of hackers, different type of attacks, and prevention from those attacks in this series. Let me cover some disclaimers. We are providing this information for educational purpose only. After completing this course, you may not use the knowledge you acquire from here to cause harm to any individual or governed body. If you do so, we are not liable for any actions that are taken against you. Warning: you may not try this with any public network or internet, because if you are found guilty for causing any harm to any individual, government, corporate body, non-profits, etc., you will be sued with very serious charges of cybercrime. We recommend you to practice these lessons in this course on your own system, with your own data, in your own private or local network. So this was the quick overview, and from the very next tutorial, we will be starting with ethical hacking. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this ethical hacking tutorial, we will be learning about preventing from denial of service. In previous tutorial, we have learned about the denial of service attack, and in this tutorial, we will be learning how to prevent from such attacks. Denial of service. Denial of service attacks are centered around the concept of overloading a target's resources, and the system will ultimately crash. In the case of a denial of service attack against a web application, the software is overloaded by the attack and the application fails to serve the web pages properly, to crash a web server running an application. Risks associated with denial of service attacks: network bandwidth, server memory, application exception handling mechanism, CPU usage, hard disk space, database space, and database connection pool. That means if you don't prevent from denial of service attack, you have risks in this field. Vulnerability. Extortion. The attacker threatens to continue disrupting service until the payment is received. Sabotage. Computing businesses attack websites to build a stronger market share. Brand damage. Sites that are attacked find their reputation is hurt by the lack of uptime or the perception that the site is not secure. Financial loss. Sites that are attacked are prevented from doing business online. The result is often in a loss in sale revenue or advertising revenue. Other attacks. Information gathered from a successful denial of service attack can be used later to further attack a website. Now we will cover some steps that you can take to prevent from denial of service attack. Firewalls. Firewalls can be set up to have simple rules such to allow or deny protocols, ports, or IP addresses. In the case of a simple attack coming from a small amount of unusual IP, for instance, one could put up a simple rule to drop all the incoming traffic from those attacks. This means you can simply set up your firewall and stop the attack. Switches. Most switches have some rate limiting and ACL capacity. These schemes will work as long as the DOS attack are sometime that can be prevented using them. For example, SYN flood can be prevented using the delayed binding or TCP splicing. Similarly, content-based DOS attack may be prevented using deep packet inspection. That means you can configure your network switches to prevent from such attacks. Routers. Similar to switches, routers have some rate limiting and ACL capacity. They too are manually set. Most routers can be easily overwhelmed under DOS attack. If you add rules to take flow statistics out of the router during the DOS attack, they further slow down and
लाइक कर
complicate the
दीजिएगा
matter.
और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिएगा।
Other preventions, which are quite technical and you may search about them to get more information. Application front-end hardware, IPS-based prevention, DDS-based defense, black holing and sinkholing. So this was the tutorial of how to prevent from DOS attack and what are the threats of DOS attack. Thank you.